Hi guys, and welcome to Simply Emily, and today we're doing something a little bit different than what I usually do. I do a lot of daily vlogs, but I didn't have a chance to film last weekend when I usually vlog, so we are switching it up this weekend. So for those of you who don't know, this is my lovely husband Caleb, and today we're gonna
I'm handsome. I'm not lovely. I'm handsome.
My handsome husband Caleb. And today we're going to talk about how we first met and like how our relationship started a long time ago. How long ago? 4 years probably. So I guess it's not been that
3.5.
long.
I don't like starting. Okay, so we met each other in college, and you were a freshman, and you walked into the cafeteria with a friend of mine. Becca. Does she watch these?
I don't know.
Becca, if you're watching, hey. This is all because of you. This is you.
Is all because of you.
Yeah. All the abuse that I take, physical and mental, is because of you. Thank you, Becca. So, Becca was a friend of mine, and she was more my friend than your friend.
She was more my friend than your friend.
No, she was more my friend than your friend. I knew her longer.
It doesn't matter. We hung out more than you did.
So, I knew her longer. So, I think we can all agree she was my friend more than her friend. And they walked into the cafeteria and sat down, and Becca said, "Hey, can I sit with you guys?" And it was like me and my roommates, which were my Frisbee buddies, which also, coincidentally, most of them were in our wedding. And they sat down, and at our school we did, there was no like formal event or prom or anything.
Wait, I gotta stop you for a second.
Why?
We gotta backtrack a little bit.
Why?
Because we also had a class together.
Well, I was gonna go into that later. Because I didn't remember you before.
I remembered you.
Well, yeah.
Because
I'm a good person.
No. We had a class together, and he was so annoying and rude. Yes. He was like, "I'm a senior and I'm just taking this as a goof off class." So
well, it was a freshman course. I needed the credit.
Yeah, and I am not that type of person. I was ready to learn. And so when me and Becca went to the cafeteria, and she's like, "Oh, can we go sit with my friends over here?" I was like, "Oh, sure."
Well, that was rude. So, then, can I finish?
Okay.
Will you let me finish my story? Thank you.
I just wanted to put what I was thinking at that time.
So, I actually didn't recognize her because in the class, we sat on separate sides of the classroom.
You said that you didn't recognize me. Because in college you told me, I picked my seat, so I would have the best view of the prettiest girl in the classroom, and that was you, so that's why I picked that seat.
Is it? Did I say that?
You just said you didn't recognize me.
I must have lied to you in college. I must have lied to you in college. But so when they sat down, I didn't like recognize her as one of my classmates, and they sat down.
Recognize me as a pretty girl.
Sure. And I'm known for liking the gingers, and so also we don't have a formal like dance type situation at our school because it was a Southern Baptist school and they did not condone dancing nor women looking attractive because it might make men fall into sin.
No shoulders.
No shoulders.
No shoulders.
And so we had, our version of that was a red carpet film festival that the school hosted where students would submit different, short films or little commercials or whatever else, and everyone dressed up, and it was our formal event for the school. And so
was in it.
I was in it. I won certain awards because I'm awesome, and I needed a date. And she was across from the table, and I said, "You know what? I want her to be my date." And so I talked to Becca, and I said, "Hey, Becca, so I've got this thing coming up, and I need a date to it. Do you have any single friends that might want to go?" Not knowing that Emily was single, but I was pretty sure she was.
That's what you were hoping for.
And then Becca goes, Emily's single.
And she would have so much fun. It wouldn't have to be serious at all. You guys could just go as friends.
Right. And then I said, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. That sounds so much fun. And then I said, but if we're going to coordinate what we're wearing, I'm going to need your phone number.
Yeah.
And so that's how I got the phone number.
And believe me, he used it.
Oh, I used it. And then I found out she was actually in one of my classes. I was like, this is great. And so then I annoyed her. And
he texted me.
I made sure I got a better grade on a quiz in this class that I didn't care about.
It was a
she
homework.
studied for.
It was a homework.
But it counted as a quiz credit. And she was so mad that I did better than her. I said, well, you could study with me
I
if
put
you want.
exactly what it was in the book as. I don't understand.
I just put what I guessed, and it worked. And then I said,
mad.
if you want to study with somebody who's smart and can really, really pass this class, you should come study with me. So then we started studying together.
And
By that I mean didn't study.
well, no.
I didn't study.
Yes, I would in college, I was that type of person who made a pile of note cards this big for
It's on
one
BuzzFeed.
test. Yes, I actually was on a BuzzFeed
And they were
quiz.
making
It was
fun of
not
her.
good. There's that one friend who always has to let you know that they're studying or something. Anyway, so I made all these and Caleb was like, oh, let's study together. We have this big test tomorrow. So we would meet up and he would not have studied at all.
I wasn't
After
there for
I had
studying.
studied for days in advance. I was mad at you for that.
Right.
Because I was taking valuable study time away from myself to help you, and you didn't even use it. You didn't even care. I did teach him how to play the ukulele, though.
That's
when I
true.
was studying.
Yeah,
music
we
hall.
didn't study.
But we weren't no. It was not like that either, because I did not like Caleb, and I was kind of
She said she didn't like me.
I was kind of oh gosh, I led this guy on too long, I can't end it. And then I ended up falling in love with him. I'm not really sure when that happened, but I did. But you also
Sucks to suck, huh?
No. You also need to talk about how you didn't want to date me, though.
Well, the reason I didn't want to date you was because I was a senior and you were a freshman, and I was like, well, this isn't going to work after graduation. Because then, either I stay in town, but that's really the only way that it would have worked out, which actually ended up happening.
We were long distance for a while, too, but
Yeah.
I think it was and you didn't want it to be a fling either. You didn't want to date unless it was serious. Because I was Kayla's first girlfriend.
Yep.
Oh.
It's
Kayla's
true.
first girlfriend.
I don't know what you're doing.
Oh, so you didn't want me to date you?
Yeah. And no, so I just didn't want to date you because if it wasn't an actual dating, I just wanted it to be fun, we hung out, and then that was it, and then be done with it. But anything more than that, I didn't really want to happen. So I shaved all my hair off to try to deter her from me, but the body is really what she was into. So it didn't matter.
I didn't even recognize him. I was standing here talking to somebody, and all of a sudden I hear, hey. I turn over and there's Caleb with his head completely shaved.
It was great.
It was.
I look bad with that.
Yeah.
My head doesn't look good.
No. But that's
So what are
okay.
you going to do when I start balding and then I have no choice?
Oh, you do have a little bit of a receding hairline.
I know, right?
I hope you'll never lose it.
I don't know.
I'll make you take those hair growth pills.
We'll see.
So we wanted to talk about our first date, but then we were like, how did we even go about going on our first date? Because we were hanging out a lot, we were studying and stuff a lot, but we hadn't gone on a date. But I can't remember, we went to the movies.
Yep.
But I can't remember how.
I'm pretty sure I just asked you.
If I wanted to go to the movies?
Yeah.
Well, do you remember you asked me to go get frozen yogurt with you?
Yeah.
And, okay, so Caleb had asked me to go get frozen yogurt with him and a bunch of his friends, and I didn't know any of them. And this was this was right when we had first met each other. There was nothing there for me, at least. And this girl was like, "What? Caleb asked you to go get frozen yogurt? You are chosen. You are so lucky. Caleb never ever asked girls out." And I was like, Really?
The truth is, I just didn't ask that girl out.
You didn't go on very many dates.
Not a lot.
No, I only know of a couple.
Yeah.
Of one. I only know of one.
What? The zoo?
Oh, I know of two.
The zoo.
Unfortunately.
No. She wouldn't let me go to this. She is a jealous person. She would not let me go take her to the zoo for a long time.
What if she watches my vlogs? So anyway, no, you can't use that. Caleb uses these little things all the time.
I like my teeth to be clean.
Just like chews on it all the time.
I like my teeth to be clean.
Anyway, so our first date. So we went to the movies, and I can't remember what we saw either. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention.
We weren't making out or anything.
No, but I wasn't paying attention to the movie.
Well, anyway, we went to the movies, and we sat down.
I was doing this.
The whole time. We sat down, okay. And there was like, we had gotten popcorn, and I said, oh, can I have some popcorn? And Caleb said...
I said, I was very proud of myself. I was like, yeah, sure, you can have as much popcorn as you like, but you gotta have to hold my hand. That's payment. And she goes, all right.
So Caleb got me to hold his hand.
Her brother used that pickup line.
Which one? Blake?
Yeah. Or that's what he told you.
I don't remember.
No.
Sorry. But it was really smooth, and I remember thinking about that afterward. I was like, dang, that was a good pickup line.
I mean, it wasn't a pickup line. I already had picked you up.
Kind of
I went to your dorm room, and I picked you up already, so I didn't need a pickup line.
It was like weird, though.
I already got you off the street.
Because I didn't think that it was like, it wasn't that much of a first date. Because we had been hanging out so much already, but it was like our first official date.
Yeah.
That's when you had Libby.
Oh, where's that car?
His car.
No.
She
had so much junk in her trunk. I will tell you what.
It was a 1988 LeBaron.
Chrysler LeBaron with a bench seat in the front.
It had no air conditioning. The suspension on it was...
Look, that's not what it's about.
It's like this the whole
It's about
time.
the memories we made in it.
It was fun. We had some good memories, but the first time I saw his car, like, I thought he was kidding. Like, we had finished studying, and you said, I'll drive you back to your dorm. I said, okay. And so we went to the car, and he opened the door. I was like, this has to be a joke. Like, his roommates must have taken his car. Like, he's kidding. No, he was not kidding.
She's high maintenance. So speaking of memories made in the LeBaron, in Libby.
Hey, you didn't talk about our first kiss?
So, no, because our first kiss was not in the car.
Yes, it was.
Was it?
Yes. Our first kiss was in the car.
See, and she hates it. She hates Libby, but that's memories made in Libby. I mean, do you want to talk about the first kiss? It was more memorable for you than me.
Well, where did you think our first kiss was?
Well, I was thinking about the time where I was going to kiss you by that rock, and then I ended up not because you said don't do it.
We were like just having a conversation outside my dorm room. We were just having a conversation, and then all of a sudden he goes, I really want to kiss you. And I said, well, that's not going to happen.
Isn't that so rude?
Because I didn't like you.
You're such a mean person. She's so rude.
I didn't
Why did I marry
have feelings
this?
for him. I love you now. I didn't love you then. I didn't like you then. So I didn't want to kiss you. And you said, okay. That also reminds me of the first time you said I love you.
See, I was going to talk about that one, but you can talk about that.
No, you talk about it. Go ahead.
No, we were in the car talking.
A week after we had been dating. It's only been 1 week.
And I said, I love you. And she goes, thanks.
He said, we're again in the middle of a conversation 1 week after we were dating. I thought about breaking up with him because I was freaked out. And he said, I think I love you. And I said, thank you.
Look.
I didn't love him back. I don't want to say it if I didn't mean it.
I knew what I wanted, and I just needed to give her a little bit of time to come around. But I had decided what I wanted, and I told her, and she was a jerk and almost left me for it.
I would not say that was me being a jerk.
I don't know. It was kind of. If you had left me, I would have been like, she was a jerk.
No.
And I'm so glad we didn't stay together because she broke up with me because I said I love her. And I was being honest. You know what? All these women are like, well, I just want an honest guy. why can't I find an honest, good guy? And I was being honest, and I was being good, and then she's like,
Would you want me to say I love you back if I didn't mean it?
I mean, no, but don't break up with me because of it.
Did I?
No, well, okay, I'll give you a little credit for once.
Okay, do you want to talk about our first kiss?
Hey,
are you too embarrassed to
I'm not
talk?
embarrassed by it, but it's more memorable for you than it is me.
I don't even remember how it happened. I just remember that it was in the car.
Oh, I remember, because we were talking later. So after I had asked her if I could kiss her, you know, because I was really confused, because I went back to my dorm room and I was talking to my bros about the situation.
The bros. Which I'm sure all of them watch this too.
Which, no. But they were in my wedding. And I was like, I think it was Willie I was talking to. I was like, Willie.
Oh, you guys have met Willie, drunk history.
Yeah, drunk history Willie. I was like, Willie, which, why I was asking him for advice, I don't know. But I was like, hey, Willie, so, you know, I was gonna kiss Emily tonight, and, you know, I was really feeling it. Like, we were talking all night, you know, like, I felt like it was the right moment, and I couldn't figure it out. And, you know, he's like, what happened? I said, well, I asked her if I could kiss her, and then she said no. And he goes, dude, that's the problem. You just have to do it. Don't ask. Don't even wait for her to finish a sentence. Just do it. And so we were in the car later, and she was talking, and like mid-sentence, I was like, I'm in. And I just went in and did it.
But, here's the thing. So Caleb had heard that...
Oh, she was my first kiss, too.
I was Caleb's first kiss.
Yeah.
How old were you? 22?
That doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't. And I don't think that's weird at all. Because you just didn't
continue on. Keep talking.
He just didn't have a girl that he liked that much, and he was serious, like he wanted to date, like seriously. Anyway,
right.
So when Caleb and I first kissed, he had heard that like you could bump teeth and it would hurt, so he kissed me like this.
I was covering the teeth.
The first kiss, but after that it got significantly better.
Right. Mom, Dad, if you're watching this, I've never kissed a woman before our marriage. That was our first kiss at our wedding in front of all those people.
We don't share glasses. So I think that pretty much wraps up this video, guys. If you like these type of videos, we have plenty more stories that we can do, like our engagement story, or like the first time we met each other's parents, our first big trip together, or something like that. We have lots of plethora of stories. I was gonna say lots of stories, and then I wanted to throw plethora in there, and it just ended up terrible.
Etc., etc., etc.
Thanks for watching Simply Emily. If you liked it, please give me a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down there if you haven't already, and you would like to see more of this right here. We'll see you in our next video. Bye!
Au revoir. Probably because she's jealous of this.
Caleb, now I definitely have to edit this out. Where is it? Is it gone?
Your right tooth.
Stop it.